Welcome back to the Chapter 14 Support Conversations. So, this will have the other half of the conversations that I've gathered throughout this chapter. We'll just keep it on the screen for a few seconds before I actually go into it, just so you can see the timestamps. Well, let's go ahead and get into this first one.
Bernadetta, what are you doing here? Uh-oh, looks like I'm interrupting. I'll be going.
Lindhardt, listen to me! Remember the two people we saw out on a date here? Well, the guy died.
Oh no.
Sadly, that sort of thing does happen. Another tragic love story for the books, I suppose.
I really believed they'd live happily ever after, and I can't take an ending like this. It's so awful.
Perhaps so, but this is the result of the Empire choosing war. And although we're now allied with those trying to stop it, there's no less fighting on this side.
But I thought the power of their love for each other would see them through safe and sound.
You expect too much from love. Yes, there are instances where emotion allows the body to go beyond the bounds of what should be possible, but the effects are quite minor. It's certainly not going to bring the dead back to life.
I know that, Lindhardt. I just think it's sad. I mean, don't you think it's sad?
If pushed, yes, I would consider that to be sad.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't even know the man's name. Also, plenty of our enemies die, so why are we only sad for allies?
Because they're, our allies?
I wouldn't want you to die, of course. That would make me quite sad.
And I don't want to see you die either, Lindhardt. I'd cry even more if you died. Just the thought of it makes me...
Oh dear. Please don't cry over things that haven't happened yet.
Oh no! That's what I'm doing! I'm so sorry, Lindhardt.
It's fine. But to that point, let's just make sure you and I both survive this war together. If we can do that, what you said will have come true and I'll happily apologize.
Apologize? For what?
For disputing the idea that two people's feelings for each other can help them overcome the risk of death. After all, the two of us surviving the war would refute any arguments I've made to the contrary.
Oh, I get it! So you and me and the power of our feelings for each other could... wait, our what now?
All of this earnest conversation has me exhausted. Time for some sleep.
Again? No! Don't you dare fall asleep on me now! If you do that, I'm leaving you here!
What a rest. What's going on there?
Is this really happening? Oh, my prayers have been answered.
When I was about to die, your face floated into my mind, and then a miracle happened.
It seems reports of his death in battle were greatly exaggerated. I'll have to let Bernadetta know. Although given her sensibility, she's as likely to think he's a ghost as she is to be happy about it.
So there was a happy ending after all. Though, it's kind of weird how Lindhardt can just fall asleep at the blink of an eye. But that ends their support conversations.
There you are, Lynn.
Hmm? Oh, Dorothea. How unusual. I didn't expect to see you in a place like this.
It's not unusual when I've been looking for you literally everywhere. You skipped out on the War Council meeting this morning, and Dimitri seemed very disappointed.
Yes, something came up that required pulling an all-nighter 2 nights in a row, so I had some sleep debts to repay.
Next time, maybe spare a thought for the person who'll get stuck having to track you down. We discussed important matters in the meeting, you know. There was some kind of accident, and now we're experiencing a delay on supplies.
And now we need to ration our food? It's a pain, but these things happen. In the worst case, we're supposed to be considering ways to forage for food ourselves, right? I suppose I can handle it if we need to fish, but I'll have to pass on tromping through the fields and mountains to harvest wild... whatevers.
Wait, how do you know all this? You weren't even at the meeting, were you?
Because I had someone who attended take notes for me.
Wait, you had someone...
More importantly, you should propose a review of our supply logistics at the next War Council meeting. Considering our current position on the front lines, we should break up the transportation of provisions along multiple routes. It may cost a little more to split things up, but it'll allow us to avoid situations like this. Overall, it should provide many benefits, and the plan will be viable for use in future campaigns too.
Wow.
Dorothea?
This sort of thing really gets your brain going, huh? Still, I wish you'd just go to the meetings and share all of these opinions. People would be thrilled at your resourcefulness, you know.
Oh, I'm quite happy with things the way they are. Attending meetings would only add to my headaches.
You can only run from this for so long, Lynn. And sure, I'll propose what you asked me to, but I'm going to do so in your name.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, very much so. I couldn't possibly take the credit for something you thought up, right?
I suppose that's fair. I can feel the headaches forming already.
So I see that he's trying to plan around not having to be there. But it might lead to him actually going to one of the War Council meetings.
Wow, your painting is brilliant, Marianne. Oh, it's not anything special. Sure it is. I mean, especially since this is basically your first time. You're a natural. But me? I was born with a chronic lack of painting skill.
That's not true at all. I think your work is gorgeous. The sky and earth seem to leap off the canvas.
Oh, you really think so?
And what's more, I couldn't help but notice your ability on the horses we rode here. You overflow with talent, Bernadetta. Never doubt it.
That horse thing is just because I'm a noble. They made me practice all the time when I was young. Though yeah, I've done a lot of riding both on and off the battlefield lately. You've really inspired me to be better.
I would expect nothing less than such an effort from you, Bernadetta.
Say, Marianne, what do you want to do when this war is over?
Well, if it were allowed, I I'd love to go to a forest where sunlight filters through the leaves, and read a book while surrounded by small animals.
That's really specific.
Surrounded by animals? I mean, that's a lovely dream.
What do you want to do, Bernadetta?
I'll tell you, but it has to stay between us, okay? I'm, writing a story, and I'd like to finish it.
You are so very full of talent. I have such respect for you.
Oh, it's not so much. But hey, I just thought of a new story. Okay, so it's about a girl in a remote forest who talks to animals and makes friends with them.
Wait, isn't that...
Yes. I totally plagiarized your life. I just thought it would be fun to turn your dream into a story.
It is a book I would very much like to read. Please do let me see it if you ever finish.
What? Oh, okay, Bernie. Pressure's on now.
I look forward to it.
In that case, maybe you could actually teach me about the forest animals? You know so much, Marianne. Honestly, I'd love to just sit and talk about whatever with you.
That sounds wonderful.
Then it's a promise. We'll talk each other's ears off.
It is a promise indeed.
Which is quite weird because they're the quietest of the bunch. That ends their support conversations.
There you are, Lorenz.
What is it you need now, Balthus?
I want to talk about the debt I owe your father. We never settled that, and I'm thinking I should probably pay it back.
Ah, that. Well, as head of House Gloucester, I have determined you no longer need to repay it. Judging by the specifics of the requests, I highly doubt my father ever expected recompense.
Well, would you look at that? The current Count Gloucester sure is a generous sort.
You have saved me countless times on the battlefield since joining our army. Asking a comrade in arms for mere coin when I owe them a life debt would only sully the good name of House Gloucester.
Well, I still appreciate it. So, does that mean I can just drop the whole investigate Claude thing? I mean, I've already dug up an entire mound of dirt on the guy, but I'm happy to let it all go.
That is dangerous information to have. The Alliance's internal affairs must not be exposed to other lands. Destroy all record and speak of it to no one.
You sure? There's some real juicy stuff in there. Your head would probably pop clean off if I told you.
I admit that my curiosity is piqued. Oh, what to do? In that case, Balthus, hold this information of yours tight and make sure it lands in no other hands. When the time comes that we need it, I will take it into my possession.
When you need it? What's that mean?
It is quite possible that I will someday become the next leader of the Alliance. You take good care of it in the meanwhile. All for the sake of Lorenz Hellman Gloucester!
How the heck did I end up having to help you?
My apologies. Will you not be assisting me? Though you may be only a former noble, I have the utmost trust you will not betray me after my having cleared your debts.
Not too happy about this, but I am glad to have one less debt on my plate. Still, looks like I've landed with a real scoundrel. If only he were a lady instead.
Is that blackmail? I don't know. But how many deaths does he have? That ends their support conversations.
Good evening, Marianne. What are you up to?
I found this in the mess hall.
Oh! That's...
It was at your seat, so I wondered if it maybe belonged to you, or if...
Actually, it is mine. Thank you. It's not a very good painting, is it? I mean, the use of color and composition are all wrong.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. The Pegasus looks as though she's about to take flight at any moment.
You really think so? Well, that's good to hear.
So, did you paint this, Ignatz?
What? I guess you found me out.
The brushstrokes are soft, yet it has a true sense of movement. I think it's beautiful.
Well, I was hoping to combine the Pegasus' gentle nature and powerful wings in a single image. This was more of a test, to see what poses and focal points would be most effective for... Oh, I'm sorry. I got a bit carried away there.
It's alright. No, I honestly had no idea you like Pegasi so much. They don't allow men to ride them, so I don't tend to hear too much praise for them. But they're so kind, and so powerful when they fly. They truly are the most magnificent creatures.
So that's probably an explanation as to why there are no men Pegasus knights in Fire Emblem games. Because they're all women. Which is weird. But I guess that explains it.
You seem to like them just as much as I do, Marianne. I've never seen you smile like this before.
Oh, I wasn't,
Don't worry. I'm just as bashful about it as you are. Say, here's an idea. Would you mind if I watched you spend some time with a Pegasus? I promise to keep a good distance so as not to put it in too much of a sour mood.
I certainly don't mind, but why?
Well, if I ever want to paint one that I'm happy with, I need to observe it up close. Or as close as it will let me get, at any rate.
Oh, what a wonderful idea! I'll bring Ingrid as well. She loves nothing better than spending her afternoons grooming a Pegasus.
To be honest, I'd resign myself to the idea that a male painter could never do one justice. But hearing your kind words has given me the courage to try my hand at it again. So, thank you for that.
I'm happy to help. Truly I am.
I'll have to watch through that again because there was an interruption there. But it's like he needs inspiration for the Pegasi, or Pegasus, or whatever. I also didn't know that about Pegasus, to where they don't like to hang around men. Like, who would have known? That does explain why there aren't any Pegasus knights that are guys in Fire Emblem games, as far as I know.
There you are, Iggy.
What is it, Hapi?
Here, for you.
Thank you.
What is that? A masterpiece.
Did you draw this?
I sure did. What do you think?
It's really good. Even better than I'd expect.
Really?
Yes. I feel the raw energy coming from each of your powerful pen strokes.
Happy to hear it. So, what can I do to make it better?
Let's see. Well, I suppose it might be nice to add a little greenery to the background. The subject is very well drawn, so you can fill the background with color and it will still stand out.
Greenery? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and maybe you could add some flowers? With a few more details, you can expand your world and really bring out the majesty and mystery of nature.
But I don't really need any of that stuff, do I? I mean, that's not the vibe I'm going for.
Oh, sorry. Yes, prioritizing the impression of the subject as it is now is equally important. Your deer was just so well drawn that well, I guess I ended up including things that I personally like.
Wait, you said deer. What deer?
The deer right there. The one that's pretty much the entire subject of the drawing?
I didn't draw a deer.
Then what's the brown thing?
So that's what it looks like, huh? It was supposed to be a guy. Guess I'm bad at this.
That's not true at all. I mean,
Look, you drew me before, so I guess it inspired me to try my hand at it. But it looks like I'm no good, so it's probably time to hang up my paintbrush.
No, wait! I can teach you. You can't give up on art just because I didn't understand your work.
Well, if you say so, I guess I'll keep going.
Okay. So, who is this a picture of?
It's you, Iggy.
Huh? Sorry, did you say me? Wait, so what are these horns?
Those are your glasses, obviously.
That's what those are? Oh, I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you have too much ahead of you, Iggy. That picture was hilarious. But that ends their support conversations. Oh dear.
There you are, Marianne. I've been searching the entire base for you.
Yuri, is something wrong?
This is what's wrong. Where do you think you're going at this hour? You know, I've been worried this whole time that you might actually leave like you said you would.
Oh no, I'm just walking my horse. I have him tied to the tree over there.
I just can't believe you'd ever think of... Wait, what? You're walking a horse?
We got a late start, but I always take him out on certain days.
Right then. It seems I worried for nothing.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
There's no need to apologize. I'm just glad my worries turned out to be unfounded.
But why are you so worried about me?
Actually, let me ask you a question. Could you turn a blind eye to a friend who says she'll be gone soon, and then can't be found anywhere?
The fact is, I have no worth to anyone here, so...
Okay, knock that off. You've got plenty of worth. For one, there are things you can do that even I can't. In fact, this seems like a perfect chance to show you exactly why I was glaring at you that one day.
Yuri, is something wrong with Dorothea?
So, your name's Dorothea, hmm? That's a lovely coat you have there. I see someone has groomed you to...
Are you alright? Are you better now? What happened?
Isn't it obvious? That sort of thing always happens whenever I get too close to horses or cats. And when the sneeze approaches, my eyes narrow reflexively. That's probably why it looked like I was glaring at you. Luckily, it's mostly just sniffles, so I don't go out of my way to tell people about it. Still, I probably should have told you from the start. Apologies for giving you the wrong idea, Marianne.
No, it's alright. It's really my fault for jumping to conclusions. And I'm sorry you had to pet my horse.
The next time you say sorry, I'm going to glare at you
Oh, would you mind if I tried some detoxifying magic on you? I'm not certain it will have any effect, but it may temporarily alleviate your symptoms at least.
Detoxifying, You know, if this works, it may help one of my lifelong dreams come true.
It would?
Does he want to ride a horse?
Most certainly. I'd love to go on a long trail ride, or pet a room full of friendly cats all afternoon.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm just so surprised. Those are truly wonderful dreams to have. And I would love to help you achieve them if I can.
I'd be glad to take you up on that offer. Do you see now why I said you aren't worthless? Now let's do this, Marianne. Hit me with the most powerful magic you've got.
Hopefully his dream comes true. And all of that was from a misunderstanding. That ends their support conversations.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you miss.
Balthus, you've been training a lot lately.
I can't have people thinking that all I'm good for is getting drunk and begging for gold, yeah?
The problem will go away if you stop doing those things.
Ha! You sure don't hold back, pal. Your words pierce my heart as sure as if you'd shot them from your bow.
Could have fooled me.
Hey, I was being serious. My heart's got more holes than an old pair of boots. But it only adds to the allure if I don't let that show, yeah?
Well, I can't argue with that, assuming it's true.
Right? Looks like you're finally starting to see my good side. I gotta say, the compliments have been pretty one-sided up till now. You're tough, skilled, determined, a stellar gambler and drinker, straightforward and humble too. You're so perfect, I don't know what to do with myself.
That's your business. Anyhow, there's not much for me to praise in return. You can't gamble or drink to save your life. You're more pig-headed than determined. And it's impossible to tell fact from fiction where you're concerned. But at least I can count on you on the battlefield. You're a skilled fighter.
Oh, that's it? Skilled? That's harsh.
Would you rather I lie?
Nah, I wouldn't expect that from you anyway. I guess it's true what they say. A person's strengths only matter in the eye of the beholder.
Look at that. I'll have to add occasionally says semi-intelligent things to my evaluation.
Can't you just cut me a break and say I'm smart?
If only it were true.
Oh, come on! Guess it's back to the drawing board. Just you wait. I'm gonna earn your respect.
I'm sure you can do anything you put your mind to. I won't hold my breath, though.
You never ease up, do you? Always gotta get in that parting shot.
It's what she does. It's what she's good at. And that ends their support conversations.
Looks like someone beat me here. Hey, Jeritza. You do know we're allies now, right? You could at least say hello.
I suppose.
Talkative as ever, I see. I take it you're here to train?
Yes.
You don't say. Well, this is as good an opportunity as any. Let's say you and I have ourselves a little duel. I've been itching to cross swords with you since we were at Garreg Mach. We never had a chance to cut loose and really fight, did we? They say the way someone wields their blade can tell you who they really are. So come on, show me.
Very well. Draw your sword.
Ah! You're not half bad. What? Done already? Things were just getting interesting.
This will not end until one of us dies. I have no reason to fight you. I care not when my life ends. But you do not wish to kill an ally.
That's right. If I cut you down now, I'd never be able to face your sister. We'll have to save the real fight for another time. Let's call this one a draw. Sorry, I'm just glad you were even tougher than I expected. Now I know why you were the weapons instructor. You'll have to teach me something new next time, Professor.
I care not for jokes.
Bad habit, what can I say? It's not every day I get to go up against someone as good as you. I look forward to our next bout. Just not to the death. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks, Jeritza.
That sparring match was so good. It got animated effects for like the sword slashes and stuff like that. He's not one for jokes.
Your form's great today. Thanks for sparring with me, Jeritza. Though I have to say, we've faced off a few times now, but I still can't figure you out. Your skill is undeniable, but there's no emotion behind it. Your swordsmanship says nothing about you. If it's because you can't take it seriously, then you're welcome to come at me with everything you've got. Why are you staring at me like that? Don't tell me I offended you.
Very well. Entertain me with your blade.
Whew. Things just got serious.
Okay then, let's do this. I knew there was another side of you.
More. I need more. Satisfy my thirst for blood.
Give me a break. Stop, stop. I've had enough.
What?
Unlike Jeritza, the way you fight reveals a lot about you. I'm sure you're content just fighting worthy opponents to the death. But I have people I need to protect. People I'm fighting for. Life's too precious to waste on a fleeting moment of fun, Death Knight. That's why I can't be the one to kill you, like you so desperately desire. But hey, Fodlan's a big place. There's gotta be someone out there who'll give you what you want. Why don't you make finding that person your reason to keep fighting? All that said, I'm still a warrior. Nothing gets my blood pumping like facing a tough opponent. So while I can't help you put an end to your life, I'd be more than happy to help you live it. Until our next duel, Professor. See you around.
I thought she, of all people, would slay the darkness that dwells within me. What a merciless woman.
That one was quite interesting. Turned on the Death Knight like that. Well, that ends their support conversations. Alright, so we pretty much only have a few more support conversations to go. Because some of them I have, but they're locked. So I'm guessing by the next chapter, they should be unlocked. Because I'm guessing the next chapter will be the last chapter. And hopefully I'll be able to get all the other support conversations that I've yet to get with some people. I'll have to work pretty hard to get those because it's harder to get them with the other units than it is with Shez, because it's really easy to get them with Shez. But I'll have to actually use the Chore Master, the Kitchen Master stuff, the Training Instructor, and all that stuff that I need to actually kind of pair up people, so I can just use that to build everything. So next time will be the Chapter 14 main quest. So until then, I'll be seeing you.